Jai Sri Radhe, 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 Jai Sri Radhe. So, just to carry on here, we'll go to the next verse because I've already repeated myself often enough, and I'm going to probably go on repeating myself. But what we're talking about is going to a more advanced level of bhakti practice. More subtle levels, where the mind is occupied, where we're going to tackle much more difficult aspects of the mind. So, what I was saying in the previous talk, I was just trying to compare the Shravanam, Kirtanam, and Smaranam process of bhakti with the Sravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam process of Jnana Yoga, and how, since intellect is a part of the human makeup, the Bhakti Yoga says that Jnana and Karma are both following Bhakti, which is a very astute psychological statement. So in Bhakti, we want to attach our emotions to the absolute truth, to the Supreme Lord. And that's possible because God is personal. At any rate, let's go on to the second verse because I'll just go around in circles if I don't. So the first three verses I promised I would do. And let me do it. Let me enter into that. All right? I'm going to forget all about you for 3 minutes or however long it takes. Guru goshte goshthaliyeshu sujane bhu suragane swamantre sri namni vrajanavayuva dvandva smarane sadadhambhang hitva kururatimapurvam atitaram Arisvantar bhratas chatubhiraviyache dritapada nādharmaṁ śruti-gaṇa-niruktaṁ kila kuru vraje rādhā-kṛṣṇa-pracura-paricaryām tanu śacī-sūnuṁ nandīśvara-pati-sutatve guru-varaṁ mukunda-preṣṭhatve smara param ajasraṁ nanu manaḥ yadi chērāvāsaṁ brajabhuvi sarāgam pratijanu yuvadvandvaṁ chat paricharitumārādha-bilashe Swarupam Sri Rupam Sahaganam Tasyagrajamapi Sutam Premna Nityam Smaranamatada Tvam Shrinumana. So these three verses are kind of introductory, and you could say even Sambandha Tattva is involved. Sambandha, Videya, Prayojan. I said the three divisions of the Manah Shiksha. We can look at it that way also, that the first section here is Sambandha Jnana. So Sambandha Jnana, when he said in the first verse, Kuru Ratim, cultivate love for Guru, Vrindavan, Vrajavasis, for the Bhaktas, for the Brahmins, for mantra, for the holy name, for Vrindavan Dham, yeah? So for the mantra, for the holy name, and for serving Radha and Krishna, for remembering Radha and Krishna. So those are the tattvas that we are interested in. And this verse here is going to go on. Of course, here there's a bit of abhideya in the second verse. But nevertheless, this abhideya is based on the sambandha, on the knowledge of relationships, and on the knowledge of God. So here, what is that he's saying? He says, nādharmaṁ śruti-gaṇa-niruktaṁ kila kuru, vraje rādhā-kṛṣṇa-pracura-paricaryām iha tanu, śacī-sūnuṁ nandīśvara-pati-sutatve guru-varaṁ mukunda-preṣṭhatve smara param ajasraṁ manaḥ. Again. nādharmaṁ śruti-gaṇa-niruktaṁ kila kuru, vraje rādhā-kṛṣṇa-pracura-paricaryām iha tanu, śacī-sūnuṁ nandīśvara-pati-sutatve guru-varaṁ mukunda-preṣṭhatve smara param ajasraṁ nanu manaḥ. Now, this verse, just as I was reciting it, I was thinking, there's so much to say about this verse, and I don't really want to say all the things that are in this verse. Three things. So I'm going to start from the last one, which is the one that is most often heard, mukunda-preṣṭhatve. Guru-varaṁ mukunda-preṣṭhatve. So, guru-varaṁ, mukunda-preṣṭhatve. You hear this often because we know the verse from Guru Ashtakam, where it says that Sakshat Hari Tvena Samasta Shastra. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara. Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. The Guru is the Sakshat Param Brahma. And this is one very difficult tattva of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, and every day you see the mind, the collective mind of human society, which searches defects in the gurus and sants and sadhus and easily finds them. Or not too much difficulty. Regular scandals come like seasons on a regular basis. And with the fall of one mighty God man or God woman, the atheists are confirmed. The doubters are confirmed. It's all bogus. It's all a hoax. Anyway, mukunda-preṣṭhatve, so the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, the dual understanding, the Advaita concept is yes, he's God. The Bheda concept is no, he's the disciple, he's the son, he's the lover, he's the dearest one, he's beloved of God. The beloved of God and God are one. If you become a pure devotee, you merge into the internal energy, and the internal energy is where the dualistic concept of separateness from God is annihilated. So mukunda-preṣṭhatve, the Guru, is the one in whom we see that. And in whom we actually directly perceive it. Because when you enter into the Guru's field, the Guru's spiritualized mind field, then you enter into that divine world. You enter into that world of divine communion. So generally speaking, when people speak about their Guru, they nearly always have some miraculous events to recount. Miraculous in what sense? In the sense that I was in a particular state of ignorance, and through direct or indirect means, because direct means here someone's speaking to you. I'm speaking to you. I'm telling you something. I'm teaching something. I'm repeating Manah Shiksha. I'm repeating the teaching of Raghunath Das Goswami. That's direct. And so maybe this speech will be meaningful, maybe it won't be meaningful. But most people, although they may be affected by the direct words of the Guru, their faith in the Guru is established when, in some way, the Guru surpasses his minuscule role as an embodied being and enters into the mind directly of the disciple and manifests there. So the disciple experiences the Guru as a transcendent entity. Now, in actual fact, God is speaking through the Guru. This could be a source of confusion, that we say that God is speaking through the Guru, because then one becomes enslaved to another human being. And God help us if in our individualistic modern society anyone should succumb to any other person other than the one who is giving you money. Then you can be a servile sycophant. And your servile sycophancy as you serve hamburgers with a big smile on your face and saying, "May I supersize that? Have a good day." And all the other happy faces of consumerist society. You have to play your role in convincing the others that the consumerist life is the one of true happiness. And you're a foot soldier getting paid your minimum wage, or, of course, there are many others. You're a foot soldier in the war by which consumerism trounces and bulldozes all other visions of humanity. So the Guru is a field of love, a mental field of love, the transcendent field of love. So when you feel that the Guru has even experienced as a human being, as an agent, as a speaker, as someone who is separate from yourself, when you fall in love with the Guru, then that internal process is such that the distinctions start to blur. And that happens how? It happens when the Guru enters by other means into the mind of the disciple through synchronicity, through visions, through miraculous events. So that's how the Veda Bhed works with the Guru Tattva. So here, specifically, Raghunath Das is mukunda-preṣṭhatve, so he's emphasizing the mukunda-preṣṭhatve part. He's emphasizing the difference part. So, meaning what? Well, if you don't, this is because the Guru in the lila consciousness is acting as a guide within the lila. So as a sadhaka, you succumb in lila consciousness. In other words, when you're engaged in lila smaranam, you submit yourself to the guidance of the Guru. Now, that means spontaneity. I have met people who have been given very elaborate mantra-mayi meditations by their gurus. The mantra-mayi meditation in Gaudiya Vaishnavism is, generally speaking, looked at non-symbolically. Like if you look at the Sri Chakra and in Tantric meditations, they give all the petals of the lotus, 1,000 petals of the lotus, and the structure of the triangles and so on. Each point is given some category, some meaning, both gross and subtle, as you attempt to go to the pure center, to the bindu point at the center of the chakra. In Gaudiya Vaishnavism, there's a process like that also, but people, generally speaking, are not ready for such elaborate mantra-mayi meditations. The other kind of meditation is called swarasiki. The swarasiki means allowing yourself is usually equated to Ashtakaliya Lila. But Ashtakaliya Lila, what is Ashtakaliya Lila? Ashtakaliya Lila is a series of mantra-mayi meditations. Just like that famous story of the sadhaka in Govardhan, who used to come to Siddha Krishnadas Babaji and said, I only meditated today, my failure today was that I only remembered Radharani's feet while I was washing them, and the whole day I was just meditating on Radharani's foot. So in yoga system, dharana is what? Dharana means this is the mantra-mayi. Dharana is really mantra-mayi meditation. Because dharana means that you're focusing on specific aspects of the thing. You meditate on Radharani's foot. Today I meditated on Radharani's foot. But Radharani's foot is a part of the tableau. So as I meditate on Radharani's foot, on Radharani's feet, as I hold Radharani's feet to my chest, as I contemplate the alaktaka, the red paint around the feet, as I contemplate the toenails and the nupura, the ankle belt, I enter into that specific part of the tableau. It's like the picture is there and I'm coming and I'm looking very closely at that one detail. But the tableau is made up of many details. And so as you, through dharana, as you focus on all the various details, you gradually build up that global picture. And that global picture becomes, when you become one with that global picture, then that's called samadhi. But in the Swarasiki Lila, of course, in the Mantra-mayi Lila also, one should remember the Guru Manjari, the Guru Sakhi. It becomes complex in the traditional parivars, because when you get 14, 15 people in a disciplic succession, and they tell you, oh, you've got to follow that 1 to 1 to 1 to 1. And you have to go through that procedure. Very difficult for the mind to do that and get any kind of reward, sense of reward. The mind becomes an obstacle. So one, generally speaking, remembers the entire disciplic succession at once. And perhaps if there are some specific members of the disciplic succession, for instance, in my disciplic succession, my guru Lalita Prasad Thakur, and then his guru is Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is obviously a significant figure with his writings and with his songs that has influenced us. And so to remember Bhaktivinoda Thakur especially is no accident. And you can go on, of course, there are others as well. But generally speaking, when it comes to Lila Smaranam, your Gurudev represents the whole parampara and takes you to the inner aspect of the parampara world. We'll talk about that in the next verse when Raghunath talks about the Swarupa and Rupa. We've already talked a little bit, but let's just leave. But here, mukunda-preṣṭhatve, when you're remembering the Lila, either mantramayi or swarasiki. In the mantramayi, it's more controlled and more deliberate and more active. And in the swarasiki, you surrender yourself to the Guru Saki, the Manjari Rupa Saki, Manjari Rupa Guru, and allow her to guide you through the Ashtakaliya Smaranam. Ashtakaliya Smaranam, if it's done, some people have done it like that. They memorize the Gutika, they memorize Govinda Lilamritam, and they try to do that, the whole thing, every single day. It's madness. If anybody, but people do it, and I'm assuming that when they become expert, that because it's a question of assimilation, right? It's just taking on a huge chunk. You're taking on a big chunk there when you try to memorize the entire Govinda Lilamrita. But why not? If you make that your sadhana, and if each verse becomes for you a mantramayi meditation, then gradually, the entire Govinda Lilamrita will become a living reality for you. So it depends here really on mukunda-preṣṭhatve, seeing the Gurudev not as one in the way that the Mayavadis do, even though from the sadhaka point of view, that aspect of the Guru must be recognized. In the Bhakti Sandarbha, Jiva Goswami talks about the samashti and vyashti gurus. Now, samashti and vyashti guru. So he's saying that the samashti guru is sitting, he says, in the Nitya Lila. And the vyashti guru is an expansion of the samashti guru. And the samashti guru is directly Krishna. The vyashti guru is a mukunda-preṣṭhatve. But the two are one. For us, the Guru is actually Radha and Krishna together. But here, and that's what's the next part. As I said, I don't want to spend too much time on this verse, because I could go on for a long time. Just talking about Guru Tattva, for instance, might take a considerable amount of time. But in the other part of in the middle part of the verse, or the second part, he says, śacī-sūnuṁ nandīśvara-pati-sutatve. So he's telling the mind how to remember the Guru as mukunda-preṣṭha, and he's telling how to remember śacī-sūta, how to remember Mahaprabhu. In the first verse, he didn't mention Mahaprabhu. In the Guru Tattva verse that I recited in the first day, there you had that idea of Guru Tattva is being explained there, and also śacī-sūnuṁ is explained there. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is mentioned, let's say. But here he's saying specifically that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as Krishna, as nandīśvara-pati-sutatve. So sometimes we talk about Mahaprabhu as being Radha-Krishna, and sometimes we talk about Mahaprabhu as being Krishna with Radha Bhav. Is there a difference? Is it one thing? In the verse by Krishnadas Kaviraj, he conflates them in one verse, which makes it confusing, right? Because both things are stated in the same verse. Rādhā-kṛṣṇa-pranaya-vikritir haladini shakti rasmad ekatma nao api bhuvi pura deha bhedam gato Chaitanyakyam prakatam-adhuna tadvayam chaikyam-aptam Radha bhava dyuti suvalitam nomi Krishna swarupam. So the basic part of the verse, Nomi Krishna Swarupam, I worship Krishna's Swarup. What is that Krishna Swarup? That Krishna Swarup is that previously Radha and Krishna were one, but they became separated for the sake of Lila. Rādhā-kṛṣṇa ek atma dui deha dhari, annonna bilase rasa aswadana kori, shei dui ek ebe Chaitanya Gosai, rasa asaditi duhu hoilo ekatai. So there, Kaviraj Goswami is saying the two became one. But Raghunath Das is saying, I worship as Krishna. And here, Kaviraj Goswami says, Nomi Krishna Swarupam. So which is it? Is it one or is it the other? Or are they both the same? Well, obviously, Kaviraj Goswami doesn't find a conflict there. Both are true. Krishna includes his Shakti. And his complete Shakti, Krishna Purna Shakti, Radha Purna Shakti, Krishna Purna Shaktiman. Radha is the Purna Shakti, Krishna is the Purna Shaktiman. Can the two be separated? No. But it's a question of the bhava. So Mahaprabhu came to reveal Radha Bhava. What does it mean that Krishna himself comes to reveal Radha Bhava in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu? This is a long story, but start with the 4th chapter of Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila, and you'll see how that's the main pillar of Gaudiya Vaishnavism, the role of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had not come, Jadi Gaura Naito Kemane Hoito. Jadi Gaura Naito Kemane Hoito Kemane Dhoritam De Radhara Mohima Prema Rasa Sima Jagate Janato Ke Janato Jadi Gaur Na Hoto Ke Janato Madhura Vrinda Vipina Madhuri Pravesha Chaturi Sa Madhura Vrinda Vipina Madhuri Pravesha Chaturi Sa Bharaja Juvati Bhavera Bhakati Shakati Hoituka Bharaja Juvati Bhavera Bhakati Shakati Hoituka Jadi Gaura Naito Kemone Hoito Kemone Dhoritam De Radhara Mahima Prema Rasa Sima Jagate Janato Ke Janato Ke Janito Keu Na Janto Jadi Gaur Kripa Na Karto. So, if Mahaprabhu hadn't come, what would make my life worth living? Who would have known the glories of Radha and Radha's prem, rasa sima, the ultimate level of rasa? The Bharaja Juvati Bhavira Bhakti, who would have had the strength to worship in the manner of the gopis? Who would have understood the glories of Vrindavan and the beauty of the holy Dham, where every word is a song and where every movement is a dance? So who could speak of what a song must be like in that world, or what a dance must be like in that world? So, when Raghunath Das says śacī-sūnuṁ nandīśvara-pati-sutatve, he means that through Chaitanya is not different. So just like with the Guru, you pass through the Guru. Like when Ramananda Rai looked at Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he said, I see Krishna covered by like a golden doll is covering, or a golden form is covering the original Krishna. He saw that. We saw Krishna that way. So enter into the Radha-Krishna Lila through Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's the custom in the Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya. The more externally oriented you are, you pass through the external activities of kirtan and so on. And then the internal practices are less oriented to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and more oriented to Radha and Krishna. This is the import of the third and fourth chapters of Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila. So, study those 2 chapters very well. And do like Swami Veda. Go and study, then come back and listen more. All right, I'm going to stop here. There's more to say, of course, because we haven't done the first part of the verse. We just did the second part. Śacī-sūnuṁ nandīśvara-pati-sutatve guru-varaṁ mukunda-preṣṭhatve smara param ajasraṁ nanu manaḥ. Jai Radha.